everyone, welcome back. I'm Natural Mystic, I'm bouncing back, and this is a bit of a weird one for me because I haven't put makeup on it in so long, but I'm going out later, so we're just going to do a quick cover face. I'm going to try something, and if it doesn't work out, then we can take it off. This is what I've used as a sort of a base coat, foundation, sort of protective layer, should we say, for my face. This is my face oil, so yeah, I'll just rub that in and let that settle. And especially around my eye area where it gets really dry. Really dry. Not so much over my nose, but mainly my eyes. Like in these little corners and stuff. So, right. I couldn't tell you what shade I am anymore because I've been out in the sun. I work outside now. It's still daylight-ish, but I'm going out at night, so yeah, we will probably end up wearing a few, and I'm not lying when I say that we have a few different colours because the old face goes through changes. I'm sure we got something for some eyebrows as well. Yeah. We'll see how all of this goes. Oh. Right, not that. And then we've got something else. We've got some MAC. Oh. I've had this for a long time. You shouldn't really keep your makeup for as long as I do, but I wear it so few and far between. And I clean all my brushes and everything. I keep everything clean. Alright, here goes. Alright, so we've got a bit of sponge. We've got a mousse to start off with. Just, God. Start spreading it everywhere already, but not on my face. We'll see how we go with this. I'm gonna have to go and get another mirror. Alright. I do generally prefer to use my fingers, I must admit, but we'll see how this first layer making me look a bit pale, I'm not gonna lie. Something's happening around here. Let me go and get my other mirror so I can see what I'm doing. Okay, so I've got... So I'm not going over my eyebrows because I haven't really got any. So we'll give those a bit of an enhancement. Right, I'm just going to go and get them. Right, so I went over to the window, had a look at what was going on because these lights are really deceptive. But I've got a white light, an orange light and daylight to work with. So we're trying to sort of match what's outside and match my skin tone, obviously. Let's see what happens when we put it up here. Oh, I can definitely see a difference. I do have a bit of concealer for certain areas, which I purchased today, so it is a bit of a lighter one, but we'll blend it in. Lots and lots of blending. As you can clearly see, I like to press my makeup in, not stretch my skin while I'm putting it on. And I'll try my best to not knit my brow or do that, as I so famously do, because then you don't get all the wrinkles and headlines, as they're called. Just a dollop more, just blend that out. We're going to be wearing a headscarf as well, so okay. Make sure we go down under the chin and over there. Right, so that was, not that I'm being sponsored, this was a caramel or something. What's this called? Yeah, caramel. This is a Maybelline mousse. Okay. So, just to see what the skin's really doing. I like this one. This is a real cheap one. I think this is another Maybelline. but this is a bit more liquid, and it just takes off that matte dryness. I think this is the same colour as well as the other one, but because it's liquid it blends a bit differently. Like I said, I have got a concealer, and then we'll go over to the window as well. Let's see what this looks like when we finish blending. And I've got a big brush that I use, but this one is good for directing all the liquid as into where you want it to go quite well. It's probably not the right brush to be using, but it works for me. I have got loads of brushes, I'll get them out, but for now I always put my foundation on about 20 minutes before I do my face itself, because I just want it to let it set. I do have setting spray, but I just like it to soak in a little bit. Oops. Before I start playing with colour and all of that. We're not going for a complete coverage, we're just going for a slightly smoother looking eye area, so it don't make me look so tired basically. And then we'll go with a slide. I don't do all that contouring and all of that stuff. No, we ain't got patience for that. We'll try and get rid of the moustache, which is starting to come through a bit. Or I don't know if my lips change shape, but definitely feel like there was some dark areas. Right, let me consult my mirror. It's not bad coverage at all. Like I said, I'm wearing a headscarf, so it's about just filling in some of these lines. Just a few of these lines. I quite like this colour. I know it doesn't look great with all of this lighting on, but in the real world, how did I get so much of it everywhere? Oh my gosh. We have wipes. We go get wipes. Alright, so I did one eye with this new concealer before I started to record. So I'm just going to turn this up a little bit. And I'm going to change this one here. Yeah. Sorry, I need it without looking into it and blinding myself. But I thought, oh, maybe it's a bit too light, but it actually isn't. It did what I wanted it to do. I don't know why girls do that with their mouth, but I didn't go mad with this stuff. I just wanted to say that out loud because I don't want it to get cakey, because I haven't got any, I didn't put any primer on, but we can work with it. And yeah, primer does work, but because it's only for a few hours and it's not a daily thing, and I'm not going to be seen during daylight really, I just have to make sure it's flash ready, picture ready, camera ready, you know them ones there. So I might just go for a slightly, because we're going to put a bit of bronze. Right, I feel a bit warmer. That's what I'll say. I don't feel as if I've covered everything within an inch of its life. That wasn't the plan. Just need a little bit more of the liquid stuff. And I use it so sparingly, I'm not going to lie. Like that much. Just this little moly seems to just want to be a bit too dominant, prominent. I'll just blend out these eyes a bit. It's looking too cakey. Not going for spackle. We're just going for coverage. Like I said, I like to let it set and just sit just a little before I start. Yeah, that blemish there's gone. Good, 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 good. That was the plan. Something bit me during the summer under my headscarf and left a really horrible blemish. Right. The nose. How does that look? Don't look too tired. Looks weird without eyelashes. I think that's what it is. It looks like my face is bald. Theoretically kind of is. Right. So let's put that there. This is another little genius thing. And this is FM Makeup, part of a company that I work with. I use some of their products. But this thing, oh my gosh, for someone who doesn't have eyebrows, this works. So this is like a little setting paste. And because I've been using the brown so much, the setting paste is technically brown. So what I do is just dab it on where I want the powder to stick to. And I really don't put a lot on my eye, but it just smooths out and controls my own wispy little eyebrows, so I can shape them like that. That's one. I think the hardest thing with makeup is actually doing things symmetrically, basically the same on both sides. But you can hear like where the paste is compared to where it isn't. Sounds different on the brush, so that's why I'm being so quiet. Let's just get rid of them little few under there. And that's why I put a little bit of concealer, foundation, just under my eyebrows slash eyelids a little bit. And then what I do is that I dab it on and I blend it out. I do it really, 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 really a little bit at a time. There are some things where I'd say less is more. And as you can see, my eyebrows do need shaping because there's a little bump. It's a natural bump. So we'll try to just blend it in a bit. When I say that, I mean put a little bit of this shadow stuff just underneath where the bump is, and then create a little line along the whole top of the eyebrow. Oh, that looks smooth. Yeah, I like that. It's not too much. And just a little bit in there, so it's got a beginning. Let me just catch them ones. See, I tend to use the side of the brush, not the flat bit. like that, I use it that way. Just because you can control and see it a bit better. And then just to and believe it or not, a little bit of grey really makes a difference. But this is probably all wrong. So I'm probably watching and going, my God, what is she doing? I just have to put a little bit on at a time because I really don't like thick, humongous eyebrows because it just doesn't look natural on me because people are not used to seeing me with any makeup or eyebrows. So for me to then just go all in, nah, it's better to just kind of enhance and fill in the gaps of what it is that I already have. That's the best way. I think that's what makeup or face coverings are supposed to do, really, aren't they? Enhance what you already have. I've got these template things that I could have used, but I don't think this is the occasion, especially when I'm experimenting with them. Maybe I'll experiment them with a different recording, but I'll just have somewhere to go today. So it's the work festive season end of year party is what I'm going to. And just a little bit of grey, a highlight just a bit, square it off just a tad, make sure they're even. They actually look all right, innit? That one looks a bit thicker. Let's just pull some of it through, pull it out. We put a little bit of the old highlight through it just to thin it out and just move the brows a bit. Do they look even, or is one slightly more curved? That one looks slightly more curved, doesn't it? It's because they need shaping properly. It's because that one there is a bit weird. But again, faces are not symmetrical. We'll live with it. We shall live with it. So we'll just give it a bit of a touch. A bit of a touch up. Just do that. I'll just do that. Yeah, they might have to curve this one a bit more. I can feel it, it feels a bit weird. Just a bit too straight compared to the other one. I think that's a bit better. Yeah, see, slight curve made all the difference. And basically all I'm doing, I'm just neatening up this line a tad. Not a lot, not going right close to my eyebrow, but just enough And yes, I know it's not the best brush, but it's my favourite brush. And it just makes the foundation smooth. Maybe put a little bit of highlights. We might put a little bit of highlight. Got one hair under there that is quite stubborn, I can see it, so we're gonna have to cover it up. Okay, foundation done. And I tend to put this on. Oh, started leaking. And then we just let that sit. I do things the easy way. This is a eyeshadow stick, so it's easy to direct. And I just work with the natural wrinkle in my eye, I'll be honest. And the natural sort of curl of my eyeball, which is like the eye socket. So just give it a once over. No, it seems like I'm being aggressive, but no. And to be honest, I'm not sure what it's going to look like. I just make sure that it's subtle, I think, is, and smooth. And these little liquid things, these little pens, or eyeshadow should I say, they're quite oily, so they're actually really easy to manipulate and move on the eyelid. And these are really good if you're not confident about how to apply makeup. And you start off, I always just start off with a really subtle colour, because if necessary I can kind of hide it or cover it up. I tend to work inwards as well, and then down towards my lash line. Just want to make sure I've got the same amount on both eyes. I tend to put quite a lot of makeup in my corners because I really look asleep a lot of the time, or I look really tired a lot of the time, and that gives my eyes just that little bit of extra pop. And because it's a special evening, as in there's a, you know, little bit of sparkle tonight, I can shine a bit brighter. I will learn how to put like eyeliner on and stuff like that, and like lid liner. I'm not good at that stuff, so we'll practice together. So we're just going for what makes me feel comfortable at this moment in time, and without going overboard. And we're just going for a little extra lift just on the lid, on that real lower lid. And I know people are probably saying she's using the wrong brush. And like I said, I am no expert, far from it. Far from it. But yeah, I suppose you could call it a get ready with me. Hey, why not? do a little flaggy vlog of the works do. This one could do with just a little bit. You see, I didn't blow. Now I have to work it in because I got too much on this outer edge. This eye is a bit brighter than that eye, so just a bit more. Yeah, just a little bit. And then, because I'm not into the whole gearish makeup thing, just gonna go up there. And then we're going to blend, blend, blend. And I've been told you're supposed to use a contrasting colour. Is that true? Eh? A contrasting colour on your eyes. At the moment, we're just going for even, let alone contrast. Just a little bit. Not too much around the corners of the eyes. Don't want to look like a ghost. I'm going to use this brush to just soften it out. Bring some of that top colour into the bottom colour and just a little bit on there, on the lids. And then let's give that a quick clean. There we go. Just because the lady loves milk tray, put a real thin line of purple because I really like that colour. I do like this colour. Right, let's try that on this eye. Put a bit more on there. Ooh, I quite like that. And now it's all about the mix and blend, isn't it? You blend the direction you want to go. Just remembering what all you ladies have said on here. I've watched hundreds and hundreds of tutorials and I'm doing nothing like what I've been shown. How about that? Just a dab in that corner. Just a dab in this corner. Just so it can be seen. There we go. Oh, right. That'll do. Don't mind the eyes. We'll figure that out in regards to the eyelashes. Got the rest coming, so we'll just do just a little highlight on the cheek. Just a little. got a little bit of a lighter colour. And then just blend it away. So that's just a barely, I call it a barely highlight. It just gives you a little tiny tinge of pink, but not to the point where you think, my God, what's going on over there? Just enough without looking like a clown. Less is more. You'll hear me say that a lot. Clean brushes as we go, because we like looking after our skin, and clean brushes is important. Okay, so considering got someone coming to knock the door in 10 minutes, I better get a wriggle on. So if you're wondering what I was wearing, it was my Federico Mahora or FM makeup palette, and the little squares come out, and I use that colour. Oh, there we go. So that proves the point that the squares come out, and it's all magnetic. So that's like a travel one, so you can put your 4 favourite colours in there, and then that's a slightly bigger one where you can put your highlighters and blushes and eyeshadows in there. And that's just a little selection. I did put on a little bit of my chestnut and hazelnut. What have we got here? Lasting violet. So this is just a little eye pencil. A little splodge of purple. Again, a little splodge, just make sure we've got not too much, but a fair amount. I want it to be seen, but not overpower. Indeed, indeed. I like this one as well. But I just like to use this one in the corners. It's a slightly different shade. But again, complementary. There we go. Right. So, last but not least, the old mascara. Now, I've got a couple that I actually really like. So, I'm not sure which one it is because of the brush. It's this one. Now, I have to use a little thin brush like that because I've got really fine eyelashes. There we go. Can you see the difference? I'll just take off some of the excess off the end so I don't splodge myself in the eye with it, because, yeah. And I do put on a couple of coats. So this one, I'm kind of just combing them out and applying as I go, but there's a little dollop there on top of my lid. I'll get rid of that. There was just a couple there that I missed. So that's the top lids, top lashes. And I put the tiniest little bit on the bottom because they are so fine you barely see them. It's not worth it. I'll put some background music on for when I'm not talking. So for me, that feels pretty good. Put a bit of lip liner on. We'll use the same purple. And I generally do this to stop my lipstick from bleeding. There we go, a pair of lips. I like this. I like this face. So, last but not least, we have gotta go. So I do like a bit of a dramatic lip, but so I really like this colour, but I don't like the texture of this lipstick. So this is just the same colour as the lip liner. It's proper matte, it has no moisture in it whatsoever. It doesn't move. And also, and I shouldn't say this, but because I'm a smoker, you can see the little line where things rest, basically. But we've got this bad boy. And this is like lip stain. It is amazing. Yeah. I think she's ready to go. Quick change, and we'll show you the outfit.
You're entering a natural mystic zone. No penny them I never walk alone. Ancestors better them a natural mystic zone. Blessed enough to know